Hey everyone, it's Aesah, and welcome to my video on 2 and 3 cost reroll for this set. This is pretty relevant, especially for the Twisted Fate comp right now, where a lot of times you want to go for Twisted Fate 3 as well as Braum and Draven 3 as your most important units, but you can also go for Rost and Darius if you're just hitting a lot of them. But basically, I want to talk about why we're mostly rolling on level 7 instead of level 6. So I made this graphic. It doesn't look super pretty or anything, but basically when you roll on level 6, you're going to be stronger for these rounds because you can roll more on level 6. That being said, you should still roll a little bit on level 7. Your rolls are pretty efficient. And this is kind of assuming you hit on 4-5, which is kind of the standard benchmark for a 2-cost reroll. Of course, if you hit your 2-cost reroll on 4-1, you might actually be weaker for these rounds, but it's also possible you might not hit until 5-1. So in that case, you'd actually be stronger for these rounds compared to rolling on 6 when you're rolling on 7. But basically, the reason you're stronger for these rounds here is because this is before you hit your 3-star TF. Twisted Fate, I'm just going to use TF as an example. It's kind of like the main line that this revolves around. There's also like Vayne and Jarvan, for example. But for these rounds, when you don't have 3-star TF, you're stronger by rolling on 7 because you will be playing an extra unit, which is pretty relevant. These rounds, when you do have 3-star TF, but if you push 7, you don't have 3-star anything, you'll be a little bit weaker. You will have an extra unit, but you won't have a 3-star. However, starting on 5-1, this is when you can realistically expect to hit some 3-stars. And from this point on, all of your shops throughout this entire stage when you've been rolling on 7 are more efficient. So for the rest of the game, you're just stronger because you have spent your gold more efficiently throughout the game. So you can see by rolling on 6, we're stronger for 6 total rounds, but by rolling on 7, we're stronger for 13 total rounds. So it's a lot better when we're kind of going for both 2-cost 3-stars as well as 3-cost 3-stars. I want to talk briefly about, for people who have played TFT for a long time, this is a concept that hasn't been talked about that much. I feel like if you just watch streams or just otherwise involved in the TFT community, I don't see that many people talking about it. But the reason it's different than it used to be is I just pulled up this old clip from I just googled set 8 and found like some old VOD. But you can see the odds on 6 used to be 30% for a 3-cost, and once you make it to level 7, it only goes up to 35%. So this used to be 30 to 35 is like a 16% change. So it's very, very negligible. So because of that, when you want a 2-star, or sorry, when you want a 3-star 2-costs and 3-costs, you would just roll on 6 because you would still be getting a lot of 3-costs while you're getting your 2-costs, and then you can kind of get both. However, in the current set of TFT, the shop odds are drastically different. On level 6, it's 25% for a 3-cost, whereas on level 7, it's 40% for a 3-cost. So this is like a 60% change compared to a 16% change. So it's very, very, very big difference if you're looking for 3-costs to roll on level 7. So because of that, you typically want to just go 7 as soon as possible. And you can see your odds for 2-costs are actually still not bad. You have 30% instead of 40%, so it's 25% less chance to hit your Twisted Fates. But since you're looking for multiple units, and you get to field that extra unit when you're level 7, it is overall a lot better. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but I do really, really want to emphasize that your rolls on 6 are still pretty efficient. So you should actually roll pretty deep on 3-2 when you hit level 6 here. Ideally for maybe like 3 or so upgrades, like a Twisted Fate 2 plus a 2-star frontliner is enough. The reason is because compared to players playing fast 8 comps, such as Exotech, Zeri, or something like that, they will not be able to roll efficiently at all on here. So if you can roll even like 4 or 5 times, you've seen basically double as many shots as them, so you should be able to win out this stage against the players going fast 8 by committing just a little bit of gold, which is still pretty efficient because you will be picking up some Braums and some Dravens. That's going to wrap it up on this video for 2-cost and 3-cost reroll and why we roll on level 7. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the Discord, and thanks for watching.